Hello everyone and welcome to Love Inspiry YouTube. It's your girl Angie, the founder of Love Inspiry LLC, where our mission is to build more powerful, more transparent, and more durable relationships. And we do that through helping couples overcome their relationship adversity, as well as preparing individuals to enter healthy relationships. Welcome to our regularly scheduled program where we upload relationship talk every Wednesday. In today's episode, we will be talking about how our tolerations will impact us. Like what are we tolerating? Why are we tolerating certain behaviors and why are we accepting? I'm going to give you some fast facts and my advice on how to combat that. Stick around and let's talk love. Welcome back and thank you for sticking it out with me as we navigate relationships, talk about everything love, faith, hope. This episode was really inspired by Khloe Kardashian and Tristian Thompson and their relationship, the ups and downs and highs and lows. And obviously this is a disclaimer, throwing it out there. I'm not judging or talking about anybody's relationship in a negative way. This is more inspiration. And as I always tell you, I'm inspired by the good, bad, the ugly, and indifferent. And I'm here to open the conversation and talk about it. So please don't get offended by anything that I say. If it is relevant to your relationship, just take it with a grain of salt, accept it, and know that as a coach, I would never tell anybody anything that, I don't feel like was given to me by God to share. So moving on. This topic, again, is about Khloe Kardashian and Tristian Thompson. And obviously there has been some speculation. Guys, I was in the shade room again. And there was some speculation about them getting back together. And, the shade room comments were lit, talking about her and the stupidity of that decision. So she kind of semi-confirmed, but I have to say allegedly that they got back together. She kind of semi-confirmed that they were back together by stating that it's not a secret, it's just none of your business. And so I'm here to talk about, for those who don't know the situation, he cheated on her while he was pregnant, and then he cheated on her with her sister's best friend. Now this was over two separate incidents. And I just really want to sit down and talk about why are we tolerating certain behaviors and give you some fast facts on what happens when you do that, and then my advice on how to combat that. And it's really, really simple, guys. The first thing that I want to talk about is it's key to note, and I have to touch on this, and you have to understand that repeated disrespect is somebody wanting you to tolerate their bad behaviors. If you have to tell somebody over and over again to stop cheating, stop lying, stop doing things that are not making you happy in a relationship, you have to consider that as they are wanting approval for what it is that they are doing. People that genuinely love you, respect you, and are concerned about your feelings, once you tell them that this is hurting you, they're not going to continue to do it. And so you have to keep in mind that if they continue to do it, they just want you to accept them for what it is that they are doing and who it is that they are. And it's important that you demand respect. Yes, you can demand respect from a relationship. It's really, really simple. And it's about showing consistency. It's about showing your respect to yourself. It's about having self-worth. Because like I talked about in my lives on Tuesday, on Love Inspiry Facebook, men, even women too, because women is shiesty too, they can sense when somebody is weak. And ultimately, when you keep going back to repeated disrespect, it's showing your partner that you are weak, that you are going to tolerate anything because you are either desperate, it's either children involved, or there's some type of benefits. You are showing them that you don't care about respect. You only care about the other side of things, what's going on the opposite end. And that is not okay. You can find somebody that is going to respect you. You can find somebody that is going to be devoted and show affection to you. You don't have to tolerate things that you don't want to tolerate. And it just kills me and it pains me when I see people staying in relationships that are not giving them any purpose, that are their partner is purposely hurting them. Their partner is purposely continually doing things over and over again. And women women and men just act like it doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. They have swept it under the rug and want to pretend like it's not relevant, like it's not their reality. And it is your reality, and you can get that respect back. You can demand that you be respected in the relationship. And trust me when I tell you this, there is somebody out there that is going to love and respect you for you. You don't have to tolerate a situation because you've been married for X amount of years, or because there's a child involved, or because you think you can't financially make it on your own. No, do not stay in a relationship for reasons of that sort. And I know what you're thinking. And I'm getting ready to make my next point. Now listen, I know y'all are getting ready to come for me and tell me, well, Angie, especially the people that have been following me for a while. Well, Angie, what about forgiveness? You always talk about forgiveness, this, that, and third, forgiveness, this. Listen, if you're in a relationship and you're not married to this person, you are in a really, really good situation of, if they keep showing you over and over and over again that they don't respect you, and you're telling them that you're hurting my feelings, and they're not changing their behaviors, you can get out of that relationship. People, you don't have to tolerate that in that relationship. You're not married to this person. When I speak of forgiveness on a spectrum of being cheated on, being lied to, and being deceived, and or being abused, things that are very, very serious in a relationship, I'm talking about forgiving people in a marriage. You know, I feel like, and even in a marriage, I don't feel like you have to tolerate abuse. I don't feel like you have to tolerate being constantly cheated on. I don't feel like you have to tolerate being constantly lied to and deceived about certain things. You don't have to tolerate that whether you are with this person or whether you are married. Hey guys, I was playing this back and I wanted to make it clear of what I was meaning, just so there's no confusion. When I talk about forgiveness, I'm talking about forgiveness in a sense of forgiving small things. Now, obviously, forgiveness is for you when it's time to move on from somebody who has cheated on you or somebody who has abused you. I don't feel like you have to forgive and stay in the relationship. You can forgive and move on. So I wanted to clear that up so there is no confusion about me telling people to stay and forgive somebody about if they're being abused in a particular relationship or being cheated on or lied to. No, I mean forgive and move on. So I just wanted to clarify that just in case anybody didn't catch it. Forgiveness does not mean that you have to allow somebody back in your aura. Forgiveness does not mean that you have to allow disrespect to continue. Forgiveness is just a simple fact of, I accept you for who you are, but I'm not going to accept you in my life for who you are. Go on about your day. I appreciate the lesson that you gave me. I appreciate the blessing in all of this, but I am not going to tolerate it because I know my worth in the relationship. That's what forgiveness is about. You don't have to allow people back up in your space and think that, you know, you're not being Christian-like if you're not forgiving this person because they've cheated on you or because they've lied to you. No. That's toleration. I'm going to accept this because I feel like this is what I deserve. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. A lot of people feel like they deserve the treatment that they are getting from their significant other. And that's why I'm so big on being secure within yourself, being confident within yourself, having that self-worth, having that high self-esteem to know that you don't need this. You can go out and listen. They always say you can do bad by yourself. And my thing is this, like I was about to say my good friend, but y'all know what I mean. I think she was my friend. My good friend Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they are, you better believe them. In the saying of fool me once, shame on me, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. That's the situation now. You know, you get cheated on one time, okay, let's forget. But if it happens a second or third time, or lied to or hit, that's on you to fix that. That's not on your partner. That's on you to fix that. That's on you to change the trajectory of the relationship and how you want the relationship to move forward in the future. Here's the thing, fam. If you get into a relationship with somebody and they repeatedly show you that they don't respect you, they keep lying, cheating, deceiving you, and you go back to them like most people do not expect people to feel sorry for you when or if it does not work out. The biggest pet peeve of mine is when people repeatedly go back to a person that they know is no good and have children with them, date them, and then go back and talk about them like a junkyard dog. You chose this person. At some point, you have to take accountability for your actions. You have to take accountability for what you are choosing, what you are allowing, what you are tolerating in the relationship. That's your choice that you made. Now, I'm not getting on you. I'm not trying to make you feel bad about the situation. I'm just trying to open your eyes up about, don't tolerate it. Don't tolerate it. That's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is just accepting the lesson and moving on. Like I said, you do not have to stay in a situation where you feel like there is no purpose, where you feel like the energy that you are giving off to this person is not being reciprocated in return. Now, if you know me, you know I am all about solutions to problems, not just talking about it or creating a problem. I want to find a way to work through issues. How can we fix this? How can we make this work? And I want to tell you my advice on this. There's one simple thing that you need to do to demand respect in your relationship, to not tolerate certain behaviors, and that is set boundaries. Let me say that again. Set boundaries. The reason why you need boundaries is because boundaries show the other person how you want to be treated, how you want to be respected, things you won't tolerate, things you won't accept. If you have no boundaries in your relationship, think about boundaries like instructions on how to cook something. When you have your grandma's recipe for her really, really good pound cake and it tastes so good, you follow it to a T. You're not going to deviate because you don't want to mess the recipe up. And it's the same thing with relationships. Your relationship boundaries is your recipe for the goodness of all of you. If you're good, you're going to be good to the relationship. You're going to add value to this person's life. And, I guess that was a good example. I don't really know, but you guys get my point. The boundaries that you set will show this person what you are willing to accept. And here's the thing with boundaries. You have to be willing to keep your own boundaries. I have known several people that have said they were going to do something in their relationship, and then they have done the complete opposite. And what this does is confuses your partner. They don't know if you are hot or cold. They don't know at that point you're lukewarm. And we all know what the Bible says about being lukewarm. Pick a side. If you're going to be hot, be hot. If you're going to be cold, be cold. If you're going to tolerate somebody cheating on you, go ahead and tolerate it. But you can't say nothing to them if you're going to tolerate it. If you're not going to tolerate it, if you don't want to tolerate it, be cold. Leave them. So it's really as simple as that. Is just understanding that boundaries lets this person know, lets your significant other know how you want to be treated, how you are going to be respected. And that's the sole reason why you need to set those boundaries. As I conclude this short video, I want to tell you, do not keep going back to disrespect. It's only going to hurt you in the end. It's only going to make you feel like you are less than. It's only going to make you feel like you're not worthy. In the end, when you really are, you have control over how you are respected in your relationship. And don't let anybody tell you differently. You have that power to say, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to deal with that. And if you choose to stick it out with a person that is continually disrespecting you, that repeatedly shows that you are not number one in their life and that your feelings do not matter, remember that is on you. That is not on your partner. That is not on anybody else. You can control that. You can either control it by talking about it with them and, just telling them, listen, this is it. And then making sure that it really is it. Or you can just not talk about it and just show them, hey, I know my worth. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not even going to talk about it with you, and I'm going to exit the relationship. Whatever you choose to do, make sure that you are standing firm in your decision and you're not being coerced to do things for benefits or for children or things that really do not matter. You have to be in this relationship. You have to live in this relationship. And by all means, if you are okay with tolerating bad behaviors and doing things that you don't really want to do in a relationship, by all means, go right ahead. But this is for people that really, truly want to do things differently and want a quality relationship. I actually have an ebook coming out very soon on how to set boundaries in your relationship. It's called Balanced Boundaries, and it will be out very, very shortly, sometime in Q4, where I teach you exactly how to set boundaries on specific matters like finance, things of that. I go through a whole list of different topics on how to set those financial boundaries, whether you are single or whether you are married. If you want to talk more with me one-on-one, please feel free to visit www.loveinspiry.com for more on my services. I love to talk relationships. I'm very passionate about what I do and what I speak about, and I'm very serious about the wisdom that God gave me in clarifying things for people, helping them gain perspective on their situation and on their relationship. I am definitely pro relationships, pro marriage. So I'm all about how can we make this work without you being disrespected in the process, and you finding that respect and gaining that respect within your relationship. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is a positive movement here at Love Inspiry. Our mission is really just to build more powerful relationships. My target audience is mostly millennials, but I speak to older adults, single people, couples, and we're just trying to make marriages work and bring back that honor and respect on them. So again, subscribe to our channel, like us, give us a thumbs up, share with a friend. I know somebody needs to hear this, so don't hesitate to share the video and drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Guys, I will see you all in the next video. Have a blessed day.